Welcome everybody to part 15 of my SSF on Beginner Conjurer series. On the last stream I did SR, what was it, 1 to 50, right? And today I wanna do like 50 to 65 at least on normal, right? Maybe not veteran, we don't need that, that's kinda useless. And then I'm gonna do SR 35 to 36, so like 25 to 26, something like that on ultimate, to get my skill points. And then probably farm some other stuff, because I still like need to farm some items on this character. Anyways, so we are still here on normal, right? Alright. What are my resistances? They're fine, right? They're still fine, they're still the same as last time, obviously. I did do one SOT run on Ultimate on this character between last episode and this one, because I was using this guy to like show off like how a vitality occultist works for like a new video that's coming up. But other than that, I did not play this character at all off stream. Anyway, so 50 is the desecrated wasteland, right? So this is the one for which we should have gotten like the blueprint on the last like episode, right? So we're gonna craft one here, and we're gonna resume our SR run at 50. Oh, this doesn't look like a last epoch. No, not yet. It says last epoch later. I don't know if you maybe misread that later part. But yeah, welcome Rick Balika, you man. Can I simply vote against Pierce Tactician? I mean, yeah, you can like tick all except Pierce Tactician. That's basically like the same as like voting against Pierce Tactician, right? React to last epoch. Oh boy. Also, maybe I do like a 50 to 65 run and I get like lucky enough to actually get like all these shrines, right? Also, this one makes me more vulnerable to physical. Does it like reduce armor or phys? I'm not even sure, honestly. We're gonna check it out here. So this one reduces phys by 8%, right? Everything else is increased, so it's only phys, which is kind of bad because I don't have armor anyway on this character. But I still am actually like missing one single what's it called, achievement, and that is the like have 5 shrines active at once achievement. So maybe I can do that here. Is farming local good for legendaries? Yes or no? It's probably worse than farming totems now, like if you just want to like farm random legendaries. I think farming local is only worth it if you actually need the local set or the dark rune set, right? Otherwise, it's probably not that worth it. I mean, if they added totems into the local area, that would be probably super monk-ass, but it would make the farming route better. Hey Tweedledee, how are you, man? Oh yeah, I did answer your question already. You are here like for some seconds, but yeah, welcome anyways. I didn't say welcome to you yet. Also, we have another shrine here, so far this is doing pretty well for more like shrine achievement hunting, right? So the green one does give you less HP, but it increases your resistances, right? So I will have minus 8% HP, but like 10% more phys and like also more vocabulary. And basically it's interesting for the phys, right? The rest is kinda whatever. For like HP, you could also use like royal jellies to like make up for the HP that you lost. But hopefully we just find like another shrine that gives us HP again, right? But yeah, like overall I feel like these shrines in SR are... yeah, they're very inconsistent compared to like Crucible buffs, right? Like Crucible buffs are just easy to get, and they always give you a benefit, right? Whereas these will have like a benefit which is, well, better than the... Right, well, that's the one I got, or is this another one? Yeah, that's the one I got, right? But they also like reduce some other stat, right? So they come at the cost. Hey, sorry, call you, man. Alright, who do you have here, Kaisa? Oh, you, Kaisa. Wilson doesn't crash on my computer anymore, they finally fixed it. Nice. You can actually play the game for like 2 days and then you've basically done everything that's interesting. Seems good. Also, these mutators kinda suck, right? What did I even get here? Minus casting speed. Shattered is terrible as well. What is this? Afflicted is terrible as well. I mean, at least my resistances are good, right? I should like be a little bit more careful now. Check out what I'm doing here. Is this Ilgor? He's still a meme in here because he doesn't drop his MI here, right? I mean, he does give you maybe like a chance to get the MI at the chest in the end round. I don't actually know. Thoughts and prayers had power.
Well done. This portion of this.
Yeah, don't forget the thoughts, Madavik. Like, not only the prayers, also the thoughts. Like, they really help you, like, get over that situation that you had, right? Playing Torchlight 2 in Elite Hardcore level 18. What level will you die? I have no idea right now, I've never played that game. I guess I should at some point, but I just don't like the graphics. And also, once you go Grim Dawn, you never go back, right? Kinda. The furthest you have ever been? Nice. What? Oh, you're playing modded Torchlight 2? Which kind of mods are you using? Like, what do they change about the game? Oh, alright. Once you get into Grim Dawn, you'll never go back, yeah. I mean, that's not wrong, right? Fire pets, fuck chat. Yo, thank you so much for the 100 bits, Manavik. How are you, man? How are you, man? Holy shit, what's wrong with me today? Right. You are obviously better, and you've been here, and I'm just retarded, and I need to, like, start thinking before I actually, like, say stuff, right? But yeah, thank you so much for your bets, man. Wrecked by retard, yeah. But I'm kinda curious about fire pits. I tried them as a divider, that didn't go so well. Cabal should obviously be better, right? And I do have one constant ring, so just need a second one, I guess. Just get it, right? I mean, I guess I can use like a blue Conjurer ring until then, like a Conjurer sigil, whatever it's called, seal. Oh, okay. What do we have here? Durg. Keras, Xantharium. Damn, all of these are super slow, what the heck. And Igorga, okay. Look at Xantharium, like, what is he even doing? Like, you don't even have to aggro abuse against him, right? He's just... He doesn't want to kill me, I guess. What is he doing? Farming Krieg good for legendaries per minute. There are definitely better things to do, I guess, than farming Krieg. I mean, if your character is just a Krieg farmer or like a Chrono farmer, then I guess that's what you can do, but it's not Omega terrible, but it's pretty bad, I would say, compared to other things that you can do, right? Wait, there's a Final Fantasy VII remake? Interesting. That's one of yours. I mean, I deserve that one, it's okay. Bob Carl, welcome to the stream. This is the Batrati Conjurer. Still self on one, beginner one. But also don't forget that this is still normal. I'm doing this on normal right now. This is that's why it's so easy. It's not because this character is that strong, it's because it's normal. I'm just like doing 50 to 65 here to get like the blueprint for the 65 waste down. Is there ever a reason to do normal SR? There was a reason on the last patch, because like legendaries per minute were actually pretty good on the last patch for normal SR. They have been nerfed and it's pretty terrible now. There's only like one reason why you could / should do this is like the very first time that you do SR ever to like basically get the blueprints for all the waystones, right? That's what it's kind of good for. But other than that, it's just no, don't do it. It's not good for loot at all. If you want to, like, I guess Elite is still decent. Like, you can still do Elite. Elite got nerfed, like, only a little bit, I think. Like, Elite SR is totally fine. Like, at least, I don't know. If you do shard 65 to 66 or, like, 75 to 76 on Elite, I think those are still pretty good. Like, legendaries per minute. Compared to, like, Ultimate. Like, if Ultimate is too hard for you, then you can just still do Elite. That's still totally fine. I'm just gonna like click every shrine that I get, even though I already have this one, just to like refresh. Emilio-san, welcome, welcome. double Galfang. Interesting. Bunch of map room guys. Iron Maiden. Oh, I didn't even see her. Interesting. Oh, when she died. Okay. Yeah, very quick question about my Grim Tools, no, DK guide on YouTube. Is there an appropriate time to ask? Yeah, sure, whenever. Just ask now. It's fine now. Also, welcome to the stream. Real Gains Gandhi. I mean, the best point to like ask for that would be like after I'm done with all this stuff, but I mean, that's gonna take like maybe 2 hours, so just ask away now. Nah, dude, it's fine, you can just ask now. You can ask your question now and maybe I'm gonna answer later on it. Depending on like which kind of question it is. Hey Samus, how are you, man? Nice to see you. Holy shit, you guys are terrible memers. Ratosh again. Dude, that's like why it's so impossible to like get this achievement right. You always get the same ones. What is this? Green one again? Yeah, well, take my mats. Just curious if you had an opinion on switching all-around devotion for harp. You have huge energy issues. Really, on a DK? Interesting. I mean, harp would be a pretty harsh energy loss. I mean, DPS loss, I guess. You could try to maybe like fit Azraka and harp instead of all-around. That's probably still fine though. Oh wait, does the build actually have Azraka? I don't even know right now. I would have to check that out later. Also, I usually like play builds in a way that energy is fine as long as I can still like just spam energy pots, right? I don't know if you're doing that right now. Like some people tell me like some of my builds have energy issues, even though they don't if you spam energy pots. Some people just don't like to like spam energy pots, right? Yes, you can, Malavig. And thanks for the 100 bets, man. Thank you so much. You can ask any question later. Still have Azuraka? You're spamming energy pots? Okay, okay. Yeah, I guess then going for something like harp might not be the worst, actually. I mean, it's still, you're gonna give up like a tier 3 devotion for a tier 2 devotion, right? So you can like try to experiment a little bit more and maybe try to get some other tier 2 devotions on top. Like I usually try to, for example, combine harp with chariot lots of times. So if the build doesn't have chariot yet, try to like get maybe chariot and harp instead of all around, for example, right? Try to play around a bit. But yeah, I can try to play around with devotions as well, like after this SR run here. Hey Lucas, how you man? Also, yeah, you can try Arcane Spark, that's a good option, yeah. Arcane Spark in your medal, instead of whatever I have there. I mean, the build does have lots of weapon damage, so it should be like able to energy leech pretty nicely with Arcane Spark. Yeah, you should probably like try Arcane Spark before switching around devotions actually. What the fuck is this? Fuck off audience. Yeah, my eyes are kinda sensitive sometimes. Especially after like playing computer games for, I don't know, lots of hours straight in a row. Reaping Strike at energy leech as well. Wait, really? Energy. Interesting. If that's true, then you can also like try to put more points into Reaping Strike, I guess. Try to fix energy that way. Arcane Spark is already working well. Nice. Yeah, then that's probably good enough then. What is this here though? Hello? Why are you getting killed, Mr. Reaper? Arcane Spark, yeah. What do we have here? Reaper again, alright. Oh, and another shrine, nice. Azraka's shrine. Seems good. So this one gives you increased resistances, like CC resistances rather, but this decreases your crit chance, right? So we have minus 20% crit damage, no, not crit chance, crit damage. And have like basically, yeah, like stun, freeze, petrify, everything maxed out pretty much, right? Which I'm not actually sure if that's like worth it on a build like this, but oh well. Auto run does give us like 33% damage modification in a way. That's like so good. Like auto run is really busted. Hey, wet nerds, how are you, man? Welcome, welcome. Welcome in. And Carabay is here as well, welcome. Why do I have several level 94 carbon casts, but none of them has 50 internal trauma added? Others have like 54. Because it's probably a roll, right? That can roll high or low. Or maybe they're like, I don't know. Oh, you said they're the same level, right? So. You already know Adios as the biggest troll just from like watching my YouTube videos. I am not wrong. Sometimes he's actually not trolling though, but only sometimes. Yeah, there you go. Minutes 56 and max is 84. Purple Resurrect, nice. For the Blade Master as well. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice indeed, yeah. Yeah, I guess Adios enjoys to like watch me die. But I mean, that's fun. Is this a piano build? I mean, it's not a one-click build. It's rather piano-ish, I would say, yeah. It's not the worst, like there are worse piano builds out there, but this one is not as bad. I mean, this one is not... I would still say it is a piano build, yeah. It's not like the hardest piano piece to play, but... decent, probably. The Pega, please. Indeed. All of my builds are piano builds. I wouldn't say that. No. I might have like an above average amount of piano builds compared to other people. That might be true, yeah. I should just buy a piano, honestly, like I do enjoy playing piano builds. We should like just play the real piano instead, right? Like sell my guitar and get a piano instead. What do we have here? Nemesis? Alexander? Oh well. That was a short pleasure. Can you stream hardcore Guitar Hero? I don't actually have the game, so I can't stream that game, I guess. And I wouldn't call my own like guitar skills like Guitar Hero, so yeah. Like I wouldn't call that being a Guitar Hero. It was a piano build. The piano builds were like you have like 5 to 4 or even more skills, but you have to like constantly rotate between them, so you have to like use your fingers a lot, basically. More like Guitar Zero. Yeah, totally more like that actually. Like every PoE built because of flash system. Yeah, that's also like the reason why in PoE you don't want to like have actually like lots of active skills, because you have to use your flasks anyway, right? Like the flask are already like enough piano, right? You don't need to like have skilled piano on top of that. Unless you would like to play piano with both hands, I guess. Or you just use like a, I don't know, like a macro for all the pots, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You just use a macro for like all the pots and press all the pots at once, I guess. More like randomly sliding all over those buttons periodically, or use macros. Alright. I guess. I mean, PoE doesn't have cooldowns, right? And as long as you like killing enough enemies all the time, you can refresh your flask anyway, right? Who do we have here? Azraka again. Yeah, I'm missing the blue shrine and the teal shrine, right? I will just take my mats. Bye bye. I mean, you shouldn't like waste mats like those. I'm just doing it to try to like make sure that I somehow maybe actually get that achievement that I'm still missing, but I probably won't get it, right? Because this is, I don't know, some stupid RNG. Yeah, Grim Dawn might be like a game for alcoholics, but PoE is the game for alcoholics, right? Those are all the flasks. All the drinks. What do we have here? Fabius. Alright. And the moose. Grim Dawn is so slow. That's what the Zoomers say. Cap run speed in PoE is 500%. Sounds fair. Wait, is there even a cap? I thought there's just no cap. No cap.
Well done.
Where you kill things outside of your screen. And also where you can get killed from things outside of your screen as well, yeah. Dude, that would be so awesome. Like, I totally would love to like see one of my hardcore characters die to something that I didn't even see on the screen. Dude, that would be so nice. Like, I would love to play the game even more then. Also, I would like to play like this and not see anything anyway. Also, like I think like effects are not enough. Like you don't, like you can still see something. I like my RPGs with like full of effects where you can actually like not see your character anymore. That's what makes like a good RPG, right? When you don't see your character anymore, then you know you're playing a good RPG. You can spend all of your resources on modeling the environment when you don't need art for enemies. Yeah, right. 5-head galore. Yeah, like Grim Dawn is not easy to read sometimes either. That is totally true. But I would say it's easier than PoE, and I would prefer like readability of Grim Dawn over the readability of PoE, and obviously I would. I mean, for me personally, it's fine like it is in Grim Dawn, but like if anything, I would rather have it to be even easier to read, right? Because like dying to things that you don't understand or that you aren't even able to see in the first place kind of sucks, right? Oh no, we're not gonna take another Azraka again. Like, we only got 3 shrines so far, right? We already got, like, the red one 3 times, the green one 2 times, the yellow one 2 times. Right? What is this? Good local with empowerment tier pounds. Am I good now? What are empowerment tier pounds? What do you mean by that? Oh, you mean with like empowered instead of mythical? I mean, I killed Lokar with I still am using like a level 60 pounds here. So I guess we're both good. 8 shrines, 3 variations, yeah, exactly. Check the biggest damage dealt. 647k. I mean, that's like normal SR with shrines and souls, right? That's not like that good. I mean, it's kind of hard to like compare those, right, to like realistic things. Dude, you can kill Ravager with Soul Trousers, no problem. You can just like only use the skill even and just kill Ravager that way, right? If you're playing like an acid retaliation build. Or like physical retaliation build. I don't even know what it exactly was. Like some kind of retaliation build at least. It is possible. You got killed by a low card with a mythical version, some powered version is better. I mean, sometimes, especially for gloves, like some non-mythical gloves are actually better than some mythical gloves. Like in some situations at least. Like Grasp of Unchained Might can be better for like physical cadence guides, right, sometimes. Than the like mythical version, right? Because of the attack speed trunk. Alright, 9 shrines, 4 times Dolaran. Seems good. Are they carnivores? I guess. They want meaty purple meat. Blue and purple meat. I joined and you're hating. Hey platform, how you, man? You know me, man. Sometimes I just can't help myself. Some hating. It's always fine. Some onions are not green. I mean, eggplants are black, right? Or like blue, whatever you want to call them. Or purple, right? They're not green either. Tomatoes are red, right? Yeah, the fever note calmed down. They have green on top. Do you know what else has green on top? You're more. Exactly. Almost done with Blasphemous. Nice. Rip. Wait. Does that even like What kind of game is it? Like, does that like qualify as a platformer, or it's kind of like an old school platformer, I guess. New meta farming normal SR? No, I'm just doing this to like get the blueprints of the shattered waystones, whatever they're called, not the waystones. I mean, I do already have them, but I'm kind of role-playing not having them, right? And like just showing that this build can like super easy to do it in normal and like on higher difficulties. We'll see how far we can go in higher difficulties later. Yeah, that's why it's so easy. Yeah, that's just normal. Yeah, I'm just gonna do normal like up to 65 probably, maybe even 80, but probably only 65 around. 10 shrines and like only 3 different ones so far still, by the way. Yeah, seems good. Like Metroid or Castlevania. Yeah. Honest as fuck opinion about vegetables. Yeah, Adios would like to hear it. He always likes honest as fuck opinions. Yeah, this is like I mean the build is not bad, but the build is not that good that this would be as easy as right now in Ultimate as well, right? I'm still using the conduit? Yeah. I'm still using the Fire to Evil one because yeah, I didn't craft more yet. But I should probably craft some more. I mean, ideally you want the, what is it called? The other thing with like Chaos to Vitality conversion roll, right? The Plagues of Dreeg, or whatever it's called. Amulet. And then you want to like roll the Vitality to, I mean Chaos to Vitality conversion, right? That's what you want. Ideally. Pestilence, yeah. And before this amulet you can use Reaver's Sanger or whatever it's called, like the Barrowholm faction amulet. I actually completely forgot about that, but yeah, Malawiglan pointed that out for me. He is right, that one is even easier to get like the conduits. Like the conduits are, I mean, they're easier to get than before because you can like target farm them in the new dungeon now. But they aren't like super easy to get still, right? Like you still have to like be able to do the new dungeon, and you also have to then like get the right roll on the convert, like on the resistances and or like the vitality damage added to Sigil of Consumption, right? I mention you in every YouTube video I have. I mean, not on everyone, but maybe on some. React to my lobby. Whoop.
Well,
Trying to make Grimdawn look like PoE. Yeah, just play normal, right? Madly should be as the boss in Ground Down too. And what are his abilities then? I mean, his passive abilities would be bad and good, right? Like whenever he attacks, he's gonna like throw around spikes, and whenever he like drops low, he's gonna like get insane last there, right? He will not have a green MI, yeah. Can't use potions. Can only be fought in Crucible. It's like in Crucible exclusive boss, right? I mean, it would actually be like pretty cool, like if they, like, if he would agree to that. Dude, why are there no shrines, man? Hey Skipper, how are you, man? What is this? Alchemist, Scuba. Anasteria?
Well,
Anasteria can be pretty scary on higher shards, I've heard. With her RR, etc. Right? She can be really, really scary. Oh, we have a new shrine, wow. Shrine of Wire. This one gives me increased armor, but will reduce my OA apparently. So we're getting like minus 3% away, plus 25 armor and plus 40% armor. Which does not seem worth it at all on a character like this actually. Oh well. I don't know, yeah, the chat is like super immature today. I mean, chat is always a little bit immature, I guess, but today it's Saturday, I guess. The kids are not at school. Oh wait. Chill hoof. Rip. Alright. Good luck. Found 87 blooms. Any bloomers in chat? Alright, here's this Reaper gun. Okay. I mean, honestly, I'm kinda glad they nerfed. I'm really glad they nerfed like normal legendary drop rates on SR, because like normal SR, I've never done this before and I thought it's easy, and it's actually like super easy. Like normals are just a joke. Like what the hell is this? Oh my god. I need the blue one, right? I have what, like 13, 14 shrines now? At least I have one blue. I mean, I need the teal one, right? I need the teal one. The death one, or whatever it's called. Death shrine. I think it has like the lowest chance to spawn, but come on, it can't be that low. Alright, Alexander Charlot, who actually is a little bit scary because his RR is still percent RR. Right? Oh no, it's not really scary. Not really. What the hell? Just pick it up. You gotta be careful about the, like, when he goes arcane sometimes. They seem to use arcane projectiles like a little bit earlier than some others actually. At least sometimes. Like they have either a lower delay or they are like, I don't know, rotations are fucked up or bugged or something. Diablo 1. How good is that game even? I don't know. Chillhoof got hoofed? Nice. Congrats. Yeah, Divine Divinity, what is it called? Like the newer one? Divine Divinity Original Sin 2 or something like that. That one looks pretty nice, I guess. Never played it myself, but saw other people like it and play it. And like nobody actually like said it's a bad game. Like everybody said it's pretty good, so I guess it's pretty good. Why do people watch old films and listen to old music but cannot play old games? I don't know, maybe people actually don't watch old movies either. Larian writing. Yeah, that's true, like interface and like controls can be really bad with some like older games. And that can be like way more off-putting than like just listening to like old music. Like old music can be good or bad, like depending on your taste. But like it only has to basically fulfill one criteria, right? Like if it sounds good to you, then it's good. Whereas games have to like look good, I guess, for some people. They have to like feel good. They have to like have good UI, right? There are like so many more like there are like way more parameters with older like with games overall than with like music or even movies, right? So we're gonna get like the last shrine any day, maybe. It's the Toshi again. It's the green one. Maybe next year, right? That's the yellow one, yeah, okay, I don't need that right now. So I'm fine with like just getting the teal one, or maybe like I would take a red one as well. Just refresh. Honestly, like, yeah, I just need the teal one and be done with this quest, like with this achievement, right? What if old games could be played on Windows XP? What would that like change? Oh, you mean that meant as like as an answer to like what if old music will only be heard on vinyl? I mean, wouldn't like old music actually be better on vinyl anyway than on like CDs, for example? Oh, Grava. You gotta watch out for this guy's animations, right? Like if he raises his hand to the sky, you gotta run like this, right? See these balls here, the purple balls? They don't get hit, right? Just don't get hit. Oh, we had Badra in there as well. He just died. Interesting. And Omega Laria. Windows XP was the peak of OS. Yeah, Windows XP was really good. It's true. Like Windows 7 and 10 are pretty good as well though. I mean 10 is questionable, I guess. Nine blooms in one run? Damn, congrats man. Fasting Ilgor phase 2, Meme Gore phase 2. Let's. Windows 10, you wake up in 8 hours. Yeah, that sums it up pretty nicely actually. When do... I mean, yeah, I'm gonna start leveling the next build on Monday. So, like, the poll that you can do right now, that is for Monday. I'm gonna start leveling the new character on Monday. How long will this run last? Until shard 65. Maybe a little bit longer, because I kinda want to like get that achievement with like the 5 shrines, right? So if I don't get the teal shrine on like this shard or the next one, I might do some like additional shards to like try to get the shrine as well. I mean to get the buff as well from the shrine, right? Will next patch be the death of the no green mafia? I feel like maybe this patch was a bit bad, right? I don't know. But yeah, hopefully the next patch will be that actually. Oh, he's charging up. So I can ask my question. Dude, this would be like so Monka as an ultimate, right? Quite summon. I guess that could be. Nah, it could be like way stronger though, like way more, like way scarier, right? Nobody has realized the world requires 2 measure rings, it seems. Yeah, and I only have 1 actually. Oh well. That's like kind of the problem with fire pets, right? Fire pets are kinda reliant on double measure rings. Just from the other one, right? Just get it. Just give me a shrine. Holy shit, like a teal shrine, please. I feel like they nerfed the spawn rate of the teal shrine. I'm not sure though. I feel like when I was playing SR, when it was released with like a manual, I had way more of these like teal shrines than now. Like we went what, 15 shards without a single teal shrine. What is this? Maybe I missed it. I don't think so necessarily. Oh, there it is. Yes, we did it in the last shard. Nice. It's actually so good. This is so perfect. Oh shit. I hate this achievement so much, but I finally got it. Shrine of Death. So this one does give me, I don't even know what, but we'll see. Away and regen, but minus resistances. So if you don't have Red Toast, right, you kinda don't want to pick this one up. I mean, it's only 8% though. Gives you like 8% away, crit, 30% crit damage as well. Okay, no, this one is actually really good. Did I get your achievement? Hello, achievements. I did get it now, right? A done deal. Yes. Yes. The deal has finally been done, indeed. Did it update on Steam as well? I hope so. Yeah, alright, nice. Seems good. Are achievements important? No. Obviously not, but... You can brag to Metal if you have all the hardcore ones and he doesn't. I don't know, does he have all the... I mean, he might have just like GD stashed the achievements, right? You never know. Hey Furyx, how you man? Nice builds, was kind of in a Grim Dawn slump, but now I wanna make that Deceiver and Purifier. You wanna make the builds I don't even have tested myself? That's brave, man. I mean... My builds can just be meme builds, right? Like, don't expect, like, super strong builds. Like, sure, most of my builds are decently strong, and most of them, and all of them should be able to like kill Lokar, for example, like do all the main commit stuff. But for like, I don't know, higher SR shards, ultimate stuff, etc. It's like higher SR shards on ultimate or like Gladiator Crucible. I'm not really sure like every of my theory crafts can do that. Like, probably not, because I do try some meme stuff as well. All of my builds have suboptimal devotion paths, because I don't use Bat and Ghoul on every single one, I guess. Got 2 Harian Bulwarks 2 days ago, nice. Yeah, maybe you can try like a Paladin instead, or the Mage Hunter, right? You missed my question? Oh yeah, sorry. What is the best Crucible time you have seen on a Spell Scourge Battle Mage. Huh. I'm not sure. Was it like 6 minutes or 7? Something like that, probably. Right? I didn't really like check that out frequently though, so. 15 minutes is average? And not that high? Really?
Well done.
But yeah, we are at shard 65, right? And I got all my shards that I wanted to, so I'm just gonna move out here. 12 minutes? Yeah, it might be also like 12 minutes. Maybe like my 7 minutes are pulled out of my ass. I don't know. I'm just assuming that like sub-optimal builds should do 7 minutes now, since like optimal builds do like I don't know, 4 minutes, right? Or 5 minutes. Alright, this loot is obviously pretty bad for like doing 15 shards. Or rather 16 actually. But I mean, it is normal after all. And yeah, like don't do normals, or unless you just want to like farm for the what are they called? The blueprints, right? For the waystones. All of these are trash actually, holy shit. But yeah, we got all the blueprints that matter, right? Like we could have got, like we would have gotten all the blueprints that matter here. Like all the way up to like shard 65. And now we can try to do some on actual ultimate, right? Question that must be answered now. What should I eat for dinner? Köttbullar med sås? I don't know, man. Köttbullar med brunsås? That is fucking racist. What do you mean? Gravad lax. Med potatis. Eller lite kebab. Meatballs are not a Swedish invention. Pog. Thank you for the 100 bits, man. Yeah, meatballs might not be, but köttbullar are, right? Which are basically the same, I know, but... I mean, for example, the difference between like German meatballs and like Swedish meatballs is that Swedish put like potatoes into their, like potato powder into their meatballs, and Germans don't. At least the ones I know don't do that. Formos meatballs. Formos köttbullar. Alright. Dark Vagal. Who the fuck is this? I still don't know. The Mage Claw, eh? Okay, so if you do SR here on Ultimate, you do actually like want to prepare yourself a bit, right? So you want to have like Agden juices, you want to have like Royal Jelly Bombs, you want to overcap your resistances by like however much is necessary, right? Except for bleed. Bleed is like not that important, I would say. Also, Elixir of the Drangul is really good. Courageous Tincture is really good, right? I can also put this over here actually instead. Where is it? Courageous, and then we have like the pot here. Alright, so we have this stuff, right? Also, I'm gonna assume that like after the normal runs that I just did, you got like some blueprints for movement abilities, right? Like you're gonna get movement abilities in DSR, like blueprints for movement abilities there. And let's craft one here that is not like the hardest to get, but maybe like a decent, like the disorder one, right? This one has 12-meter range and this one has 11-meter range and 5.5 second skill recharge, right? And Greek's Vector. And this one has 4.6 second skill recharge and 12-meter range. So it is basically a upgrade defensively. I mean, you're not gonna like poison enemies, but I mean, we're not scaling poison anyway, so who cares about that, right? So we're gonna use I mean, not the displacement one, this is like what you want ideally, but I'm gonna assume that you don't have that one quite yet, but you probably have the disorder one instead, right? So let's use the disorder here. Right, there we go. It's like a little bit longer jump, right? And with like lower cooldown as well. Also, we should craft like some more of these, right? We don't have all of them yet here. There we go. Rekbashutbullah. 100 pots, that's cheating. What? Assume you got 2 magic rings as well? No, I'm not gonna assume that. Not yet. I'm using a Prom Ring of Morgoth because I actually did get it on this character. That's what I'm using so far. Yeah. Alright, so let's do SR... Okay, let me test actually if I can do like SR 25 to 26 here as well, or if I have to like do 35 to 36.
The oracles. How far shall we go?
Alright, so you didn't... So if you do like the stuff on normal, right? You're gonna get like checkpoints every 5 levels, like every 5 shards. But those do not translate over to ultimate. So if you are in ultimate, like the waystones that you have from normal will only like be able to open the way to the lowest shard that you were at with that waystone before, right? So you would either have to like do SR 20 to 25 or 35 to 36, which is what I'm gonna do here. To like get
How far shall we?
to basically get the remaining skill points and attribute points, because SR in Ultimate does give you 3 skill points and 1 attribute point, right? Why am I too lazy to farm the Nightbringer? Because I'm gonna do that later. I do wanna farm that, but I first wanna get like my things here, right? Also, these seem pretty good actually. They are better than what I had before normal, right? This one is whatever. This one is kinda whatever. This one is whatever. This one is whatever, and this one is whatever, right? Alright, seems good. So, you can either test the waters without potions or just use potions, right? Let's just use potions. At least this one. This one lasts very long anyway. Also, if you feel like you want to have these shrines, I mean, go for it, right? It's ultimate, right? It's hardcore. Feel free to use every advantage that you can get if you need it. Keep in mind though that here in ultimate, unless you like wanna push for like 75 or even 80, which is kind of bonkers in ultimate, right? You will never do like more than 2 shards anyway, like because it's just inefficient. Unless you like just want to because you enjoy doing that, but it's just like inefficient, right? So we have an arcane in here. I should be super careful actually. What the hell? Just die, holy shit. Alright. Yeah, there's a shield that adds retail to Blackwater Cocktail. They already got nerfed once, but I mean, it's probably still good because all the retail stuff is still kinda good. Even though all of it got nerfed already, right? Dude, double shrines, like, these aren't bad at all. But I don't think I need shrines for like 35 to 36, right? No, I'm not taking shrines here. Bronze 5. I might take shrines like later if I try to like when I try to push for 60, or like just do 65 to 66, right? To like basically get the SR set, right? So we have a real nemesis here on ultimate, the Iron Maiden. Inside of like lots of these other things. I'm saying real nemesis because the ones on normal were kinda jokes, right? So, yeah. And it's only the Iron Maiden, kinda. Okay. This is why we tell what greens are OP, because they have Fizzgrass. Yeah, they're like... just because they're OP, that doesn't stop like people from using it, right? What kind of stops people from using it on the forums is that they are like sometimes ridiculously hard to get, which in the case of say like the Bulwark, the Flesh Ward Bulwark, whatever it's called, right? It's just not true, because you can just winter farm them anyway. Like winter farming shields should be considered obviously like way easier to get than say Conjurer rings or like any Magi ring, right? Which I'm not sure if that's the case or not. Alright, boss chunk here, we just use our potions, right? Like, don't save these for next year, right? Just use them. muted, but I mean, I'm not muted, stop trolling chat. Oh, we have one more guy over here actually. Wait, what is this? Oh, yeah, okay. I still don't know why these are actually like bosses, like considered bosses, so it's, I don't know, such a meme, man. Alright, so we got a attribute point as well as 3 skill points, as you can see. So when it comes to like skill points, we could just stop here, but I mean, then loot would be pretty garbage. So what you have to like know is that for like NSR, if you only do 1 shard, then the loot is gonna be terrible. You always have to do 2 shards. So we're gonna do 2 shards here as well. And since this is actually ultimate, like it might be worth it to like actually do 2 shards for the loot round. Even on like 35 to 36. Once again, Pepega Shake. Pepega Shake music. Pepega Shake level. So this build is turning out well. I mean, yeah, of course it is. It is a vitality caster, and like solo Saffron vitality casters are probably the best thing that you can do solo Saffron in this game. Doesn't really matter if you're playing Conjurer or Ritualist or Kabbalist, like all of them are gonna be good. Or even Sentinel can work, right? They're all good, all really good. Also Oppressor is good. Really good, like better than Sentinel actually, probably. All really solid. Why do I play with the best build? Because I wanna show people a really good and solid beginner build for, well, softcore and hardcore alike, right? I don't want them to like start hardcore with like a trash build, right? If they don't have any items to make it work. Make sure there are other builds that are very good for beginners as well, or that are even better like once you have the items. But I mean, if you don't have any items, then there aren't too many like builds that have like the same, like, how do you say that, like the same power level, right, without any gear, and then they don't have like the same like ease, like they can't like increase their power level with the same ease because like sets aren't as target farmable for other classes, right? Like Dark One set, for example. Like Dark One set is like such a huge power spike, and it's like not that hard to farm, I would say. Maybe harder than Creek set, sure, but Creek set is also not bad, but Dark One set is definitely better than Creek set. It is fun to play, like, start with bad builds, that is true. But like making a guide where you talk about, so, I don't know, where you like talk about bad builds. I mean, some people might like that, but not everybody, obviously. And I mean, if you want to like see me play bad builds, check out my regular builds, right? Like, there's so many like meme builds I do, like all the time anyway. I think it's like fine to do like a actual good and strong build for like a solo Saffron beginner series, right? That's why I went with this. Hey, still, how are you, man? Like, apart from this series right now, most of my builds are usually I try to like do a certain concept I have in my head that I want to do. Not that's like good, I just want to do it. and then I'm gonna see like how good I can make it. And well, most of them are gonna end up decent, some even good, but some might end up like actually terrible as well, right? So. And I pretty much always know that like every concept that I'm trying to do is not gonna be like a 4-minute Crucible build, because if it was, then I would already have seen it on the forums, right? So I don't wanna like copy others like 4-minute builds of other people from the forums. That's just not fun enough for me. I don't know. It's kinda boring for me. Watch bad builds every time you play yourself. We got Grava Fool here, right? So this guy on Ultimate is actually not a joke. So if he like raises his hands to the skies, we wanna make sure to get the fuck out. Wait, did he like... Where are his projectiles? I didn't even see them. Also my pots are gonna run out here maybe, right? There they are, okay. Just run around and don't get hit by those, right? There we go. Alright, seems good. Just reapply the stuff, right? Why not? There's a site making good leveling builds. Wait, who or what was that? Entered your Discord and stored your builds. Oh, the Rekinix thing? Oh yeah, I haven't asked your opinion about that guy yet, Malavik. What's your like opinion about that guy and what's your like experience with him? I know he's like an old dude, but... Yes, show me your honest as fuck opinion. I mean, we all know he's a boomer, that's like one thing. But I honestly felt like some of his builds, or like some of his guides, aren't actually that bad compared to what the forum has to offer. I mean, sure, they're worse than, say, your builds, or some other build, like some other guides that are actually really good. But most of the guides were like, at least for like beginners, they were like decent enough, and it's like better for beginners to look at those than some others that are just worse. There are like lots of actually even worse guides on the forum. This was easy actually, okay.
Well done.
Let's just cash out here. You wanted to quit the game due to him? He stole mine and other people's person called. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty harsh. Like, I didn't have that experience with him. That sounds pretty terrible, yeah. I mean, yeah, even on the SARS 36, you already get better loot than a normal shard, what was it, 65, something like that, right? Like Stanching, whatever, however you pronounce that, of the Ranghul, right? Alexander's Laggards of the Ranghul are pretty decent. Mystic of Dreeg's Gaze, I mean, it's still triple resistances, right? Pierce, Wet, and Bleed. Impenetrable of Scorching. This one is actually pretty terrible, I would say, but yeah, Mighty of Thorns is pretty terrible as well. Decaying of the Abyss on... what is this? Acid Blood Rig. I mean, it is percent of the Abyss is really interesting because of the Abyss is like percent reduced target's damage and percent reduced RR rate. I mean, like percent RR basically. But it might be like on the wrong base, right? Shield of the Cabal. No. Rampage of Spellweaving. Spellweaving is actually gonna be a legacy item on the next patch, right? But the good thing about this is that it does have triple resistances and CC resistance, right? Like poison, wit, bleed, stun. That's not terrible either. Also, I mean, yeah. If you're unlucky getting a Lunar Valgoth girdle in like the main game, like and just get it in this R instead, right? You could just use this one. Imperious of Arcane Blades, Pierce Cold, Wit, and Chaos. I'm using this for Fizz Rest right now. And away, I guess. But I mean, it is elemental to Vitality Conversion. That's what we need for the... oops, don't say legendaries. For like the Citadel anyway, right? So we can just use that, I guess. Warp of Celerity, no. Mystic of the Wolf, no. This one's really good. Merciless of Thunder. I mean, Merciless is again like triple resistances, right? Pierce, Poison, Elemental. Imperious, Pierce, Poison, Chaos of the Badger. I mean, yeah, they aren't terrible. You should keep them, especially when this is like your first character, right? You should definitely keep all of these, probably. Gonna be broken or just flat out removed? Like Spellweaving is gonna be removed from the loot table, which means it will not be removed from like older items, but it just means that like from next patch on, you're not gonna be able to find of Spellweaving items anymore. So basically, every of Spellweaving item that you get now is gonna be a legacy item starting on the next patch, right? Prove it. You wanna see the Zentai post? Yeah, that is good news indeed, because it does reduce the chance to... I mean, it does reduce the chance to get a of Spellweaving to 0, which means it will increase the chance to get like other FXs, which are usually better instead, right? They are also removing single rest prefixes for endgame, I believe. Like they're gonna remove it for like items that have level 50 and higher, I believe. Alright, where is it? Alright, here's the post, right? So magic affixes, trimmed various, blah blah blah. Yeah, some are like removed at like lower levels as well. Spellweaving has been removed from the loot pool, right? So these are just like rep. They will be like completely removed. Yeah, these are gonna be higher. Yeah, like single fire code, lightning, pierce, and poison rest prefixes no longer drop at level 50, after level 50, so like level 50 plus, right? Existing items will have like, yeah, you can still have them from like older patches, but they won't drop anymore on the next patch, right? Of the sea removal, oh yeah, that one's terrible as well. That one needs to be gone. Or like of, what is it called, of meditation, like the energy regen one. Yeah, pierce and poison one is like the only useful one, right? There was like the one, like Imperious, that has like pierce and poison together. But I think those are gonna stay still, right? Like, you can still get like an Imperious. This is just like single pierce or like single poison, right? I mean, I guess if you want this single now, you just get like an Imperious instead, right? Imperious for pierce at least, and for poison, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably gonna be harder to get poisonous. The region 1 of the sea? Yeah, it might be. Wasn't of the sea like flat energy? I thought of the sea is flat energy actually. And yeah, Bane Gargoth is gonna get an Amai as well. And so on and so on. What was this? Just rebind forehead. Nice. Of the sea is both. It's like energy regen and flat energy. And what is of medi... What is it? Mediation or meditation? Meditation. Yeah, meditation is flat energy regen. And of the sea is less flat energy regen and flat energy, right? Like, both of these are terrible. Like, both of these need to be removed as well, I would say. But yeah, I mean, at least they're removing like other terrible ones, which is good. Also, the shrine here in Ultimate costs a Lotus Shrine. This is a debate, like, don't do this. Also, you might have noticed that this shop now in Ultimate looks a little bit different than on normal, right? He will have like some pieces of the Shattered Realm, like Shattered Guardian set, depending on like the shard that you were able to clear, right? And here on 63, like 36 rather, you can buy the amulet and the chest piece, right? So usually you should try to like aim for 5% fill dress on these. So you can, for example, buy these two, right? This would be like a viable option to do. Or you can just wait with like buying the stuff until you hit like SR 60, right? Because you're not gonna be able to get the full set until shard 60. So you need to like clear shard 60 once, or like higher shards, right? To like be able to buy it.
Got something you need stashed?
Alright, so for this character I'm gonna switch around the belt now, right? I'm just gonna use this one, and it's gonna make my Chaos Rest way too good. It's also gonna make my Vit Rest way too good. What am I using for augments right now? Just elemental, right? Poison Aether, actually. Once. I guess none of these are like good for me actually, right? Like none of these none of the resistances here are actually good for me, except for the cold one maybe. Even cold is kind of terrible. I mean, okay, cold does mean that I can use like fire lightning instead of elemental on these instead, which would increase my fire and lightning by 3 per point, right? Like by 3 per slot rather. Yeah. Also, like, shouldn't you like by now have like Agdenborg leather as a craft? You should, right? So let's just do like double Agdenborg leather, right?
Got any more scrap metal?
Let's make 2 leathers here, 1 for the belt and 1 for the gloves, right?
Back any blueprints you find?
Also, do you guys know how easy it is to get Eldritch Pact? Relic blueprint? Should we like start assuming that you got that one as well? As no. Like maybe it's time to start assuming that you actually get like good components, right?
Come see what's left of my wares.
Hmm. Should we start doing that? You needed 300 hours to get them even? Wow, alright. No, it's not time yet. Wait, you needed 300 hours to get Agdenburg leather? But was that because you needed like 300 hours to get to level 100, or was it because you were farming for 300 hours on level 100? Because this character has like a time of like 40 minutes. I mean 40 minutes, yeah. He had like a, I don't know, like a 1 to 100 timing of like 30 to 40 hours, right? Like 30 hours maybe. And then he was like Dark One set after 40 hours. So like after 40 hours, this character was like able to basically farm not everything, but like almost everything, right? Speedrun god here, beware chat. I stand how you, man. Oh, Eldritch Pact? Oh, you needed 300 hours for Eldritch Pact, okay. I mean, that's still like good information. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm not gonna use Eldritch Pact quite yet then, maybe.
I'll give you a good price for what I've got left. Put it to good use.
What about living armor? Like, how long do you guys think it's gonna like take people to get living armor? So yeah, what this belt does is that it does convert the fire damage on my sigil here to vitality as well, right? Also, I did lose +2 to sigil, but I got like +1 or like occultist, right? Which means I need to like reallocate some points here. What was the last relic you got? Oh, okay. It's pretty unlucky though, honestly.
What troubles you? Well, I sense
15 is kind of bad here, right? Let's put it to 14 instead.
Let me clear your mind
And
of regret.
here... Huh. I guess 14 is good enough as well here, right? Let's put this to max instead. And the 2 points are probably better invested into vulnerability, right? Than here and here. Alright. For like more DA reduction.
I'll keep your stash safe.
Yeah, it's okay. I think I'm gonna like play it like this until I get the Nightbringer. And then like once I get the Nightbringer and like the right conduit, then, or like the, what's it called? The Pestilence of the Reek thing, I mean, that's right. Like once I get those things, I'm gonna just assume that like running SR or like running Morganath dungeon, Lowcard dungeon, etc., you already got like lots of recipes anyway, like lots of blueprints. For example, like Bloody Crystal, Seal of Might, the thing for the shoulders, like living armor, for example. Also Eldritch Pact for the metal, I mean for the Heretic, and so on and so on. Can't you buy Pestilence of Greek and AG at the vendor? Wait, can you? I don't think so, but I mean it might be true. I don't know. I don't think so though. I think I did check and I didn't see it like the loot table there. Maybe I mischecked. Like maybe somebody else can check that out as well. Blueprints drop from the new totems like crazy. That is true, yeah, like blueprints do drop from totems like crazy as well. Yeah, like... I think I'm just gonna like wait until Morgnath, right? Like once until the Nightbringer. Once I get the Nightbringer, I'm gonna just like assume, as I said, that you got I did lose some HP actually, right? Like about 1k almost, like 700 or something like that, right? That's fine. We got more damage now, like more lifesteal as well because of that. Like once you get the Nightbringer, I'm just gonna assume that you have everything anyways because of like totems. And if you don't, then yeah, just farm more totems until you get it, I guess. What is the energy leech of like the energy drain of these guys? Oh shit. Hell. You're not playing hardcore just because you don't want to reform blueprints. Just the totems, I guess. Wait, didn't I get like a Seal of Bastia the last stream? Or like 2 streams ago? Was that last stream? Or was that like not solo Sephound? That might have been not solo Sephound, right? Like that was probably on the other character. I did get a Seal of Bastia, right? But I think it was on another character, not on this one. Otherwise I would have probably done the gear switch already, right? Yeah. Also what really kinda sucks right now is that this belt doesn't have enough OA, right? The old belt gave me a really good OA. Now this one has less, like 100 less OA kinda. It's not that good actually. I still need to farm Luna Valgot and get like better belts, like better OA on the belts. And the conversion rate isn't perfect either, so... What build is recommended to kill Ravager smoothly? Once this build is ready, let's build. Or just make a retaliation build. Like once this build is finished, it will have like... I don't know, 60% Fizz Rest, something like that as well. Like insane leech because of all the sigils, Wendigo totems, etc. So like a Ravager kill should like take around 420 minutes. I mean, or you just do a retaliation character run. If you have all the gear for that though, like retaliation characters are way more gear dependent than this. Yeah, if you have a good retaliation character or like are able to make one, then retaliation characters are even better for Ravager. Like, retaliation Witchblade is probably the best actually for Ravager because of Fevered Rage. Fevered Rage is a little bit more cast though. I would not do that in hardcore. Or just like any Warlord, right? Like any retaliation Warlord should be good enough as well. Or pet builds, I guess. Yeah, pet builds aren't bad either. Also, I might actually like use those just for energy regen, right? Like this royal jelly extract is kinda... It was actually kinda handy in the SR runs. Consort. We're just gonna get the second consort ring here, right? Just get it. Oh, we got protection as well. Oh well. Yeah, that's... Oh, we didn't get it. Right, this guy is still affected by the pox. Nice. Yeah, this guy is kinda... I mean, this dungeon is kinda exciting, right? Or maybe not, after like... I don't know how many runs. It's not that exciting anymore. Don't get clapped, boys. What was clapping you? Hurt quite a bit. So yeah, energy is still a little bit terrible, right? So many fucking tentacles, what the hell is this? Nani? Yo, Wolf. Thank you so much for the sub, man. Very much appreciated. I'm gonna thank you properly here in a second. Properly. Thanks for the resub. Very much appreciated. How are you, man? Kicking it as usual. Yeah, we're kicking some Morgneth ass here. Hopefully getting the Nightbringer at some point. I can use Arcanum Dust for regen? I could, yeah. That is true. But that would mean rip away, right? And away is kinda not that good right now, so... I kinda prefer to just use energy pots instead. Having fouls in the house. Having fun in the house. That's... Seems good. Do citrus stack? Yes, they do. I mean, with all damage, just like with all damage abilities, the flat damage does stack, the decay damage does not stack. So, the flat fire, flat chaos, flat vitality is gonna stack. The vitality decay is not gonna stack. So you can just get enough CDR and conversion, and then you can either do like pure fire, pure vitality, pure chaos, sigil, even pure acid I guess works with like proper items, right? In this case we're trying to like aim for pure vitality at some point, but we're not quite there yet. We are getting chaos to vitality conversion through Dark One set. It's about yeah, so this is 48% right now. And you can get like some more through another amulet as well, which I don't have yet. And you can get 100% fire, or like rather elemental to vitality conversion through the Nightbringer weapon as well as the spell tier. Or alternatively, you could actually also use the... what's it called again? The Decree of Malmuth, right? That one has like elemental to vitality conversion as well. It's not too bad. People steal my chatbola recipe for beginners. I forget. Did I play any pet builds before? Never saw you play any pet builds. Not really. I tried to do like a pet defiler, which if you paid like close enough attention to my rip compilation from April 1st, you might have seen that it ripped there like to Korvac when I did at level 70 or something like that. But I mean, pet defiler is not like the best pet class either, right? I was just trying to like do the fire skeleton meme. And the new pet build that I wanna do, that you can like vote for right now as well, is basically kind of the same thing, but like as a Kabbalist instead. So the goal is still to like have fire pets, like fire skeletons rather, but to use Kabbalist, like to use Occultist as a support mastery instead of Demolitionist, because honestly like Demo support is just terrible, right, for pets, and Occultist support is like really good for pets. Also he does not have a Nightbringer, right? No, he doesn't. It's bad, man. We have enough Aether Rest, right? Like, this guy doesn't reduce my Aether Rest below 80% anymore, right? No, he doesn't. Not anymore. Alright. Celestial Lotus at least. That is not what we came for, but okay. Should I try farming for the Decree of Mammoth instead? Probably not, right? I mean, it is a possibility to use as well. But... Huh.
See anything you like? Put it to good use.
What's the drop rate on these things, like on the Decree of Mammoth? I could use Decree of Mammoth for like elemental to vitality conversion as well, right? Basically like a budget Nightbringer. Hey Dark Moon, how you? You would love to see the Kabbalah's pet build? Yeah, I guess so. I think lots of people would like to see that, right? Yeah, Nightbringer is 2%. And obviously this run is like way longer than this run. But I mean 4% is what? 25 rounds on average, right? No. Yes. You could like alternate between the two rounds, right? Like this run is really easy to do anyway, right? You can in fact run out of Aether Crystals. Yeah, you can. It's gonna take a while, but you can at some point. But I mean, they're pretty easy to farm, right? There are... Like overall, you will still like spend way less time farming for Aether Crystals than you will ever like spend to farm for... like what are they called? Blooms, right? They're just boring. I guess the blue run is a little bit more exciting than the crystal run. Just farm Krieg Lab, yeah, I mean, it's actually pretty easy to get like 100 crystals that way, but on the other hand, like 100 crystals is kinda nothing, right? You rather need like 1k crystals to... well, not need any more crystals in the next like couple of hours, right? Hey, cry Holly Sayo, welcome. Oh, we didn't get it. So let's just move on for the Nightbringer, right? Yeah, I think that's just fine to do, right? You can just do like alternate between Nightbringer and the Decree of Mammoth, right? Could have done that earlier actually, like should have farmed for the Mammoth one way earlier. I didn't actually think about it until this week. Welcome, Thomas. You once ran out of rotting blood. That actually happened to me once as well. I needed to like craft, at least you can craft rotting blood, right? Which does need more Aether Crystals though, so. As long as you have crystals, you can at least farm rotting blood, right? shit, he got healed. Prepare for the debuff. Okay. Oh shit, there's double arcane here. I didn't even see the other one. He got healed again. Oh. Stop it. Alright. Oh, maybe I should like open first, right? Oops. Open up, open the gates. Leeching, oh my god, yeah, leeching mutators. Horrible. I think I'm just gonna do only Magi's and Morganath and like skip the Death Room. Like the Death Room needs so much time. And I don't really need like any specific item there anyway, right? I just want a Nightbringer and that's it. And like maybe a Seal of Basti would be like a nice bonus, but it's not needed at all. So I'm shooting Aether Missiles through this track, but that only deals 8 damage, which I'm not scaling at all. Huh. Don't have any like Aether to Vitality conversion, right? So that's actually useless. If you're Torrot and a bar, oh well. These are not busties, and we're not gonna get the bust ring here. But, oh well. I mean, maybe I'm gonna get like the mythical pants at some point, right? I still need mythical bone weave leggings as well. Still using the non-mythical one. Hopefully, one day, right? Am I using Solar's Witchfire? Yeah, I am, but just like as a one-pointer. Just a one-pointer to like get like basically 30% bit damage and like 9% witness. And also to apply the flat wit decay whenever I am using default attacks. But it's not really that necessary. Like if you don't have like lots of skill bonuses to these, they're actually just useless. Because I don't really have like lots of flat damage, except for like on savagery, right? Like lots of weapon damage. And even surgery is just like mostly used just as a buff and not for damage purposes. Or do you mean the Solaris Witchfire Devotion? Like Solaris Witchfire Devotion is for chaos and fire, right? Yes, I'm not using that because I am playing Vitality. Alright, yeah, I think I'm just gonna skip this part, right? This part is not worth it for me, for this character right now. I mean, if you wanna play Key Efficient, then just do it. But if you wanna like only farm Lightbringer and Major Rings, then just skip this part. Unless you also want to farm the chest piece of the Morgnath set, right? But I mean, I don't need it for this build, so not gonna do it. Should always buy the purple map though. That's really helpful. That is not a Nightbringer either, right? No, it's not. That is Zethris though, holy shit, oh yeah. Whenever he spawns that guy, you wanna make sure to not get hit by the rocks that are falling from the sky, and you wanna kill the ghost before Morgnath himself, right? Yeah, not the most exciting run, obviously. But I mean, 2%, like 2% drop rate means that on average, you will have to farm this guy 50 times, right? Which is quite a lot. On average. Which means you might like farm this guy for like 250 times or something like that and still have like a 1% chance to actually never get it. And because of that, You do want to farm Draven Court as well, right? According to the forms, I'm wrong, yeah. According to Mala Wiglan, who's a math teacher, though, I'm right, so... Or like, I wasn't wrong. Like, the guy was using different wordings. It's so funny, right? Like, the guy... I mean, actually, I don't want to talk about it, because it's just stupid. That's not how percentages actually work. This is only how people believe they work. Blah blah blah. Yeah. And then he gets the wording wrong himself. Like, good job. You don't have to like care about the other guys. Actually, you just have to kill this guy, like Revan Cole, the other ones, or whatever. I mean, you should probably like kill all three anyway if you're doing this. But... Can these even drop anything? I don't think they can actually drop anything. They seem to not drop anything. And it's probably... Yeah, just kill Draven Cole and the others or whatever anyway, right? You have 99k 869 blooms. Pork. Pork chomp. How about some minus 69 KW? So that you have 99 800 and no more 69. Why no? Just because. I mean, why would you wanna like bank these points anyway, right? Because of VIP in 3 years, KW? I mean, maybe. I mean, I guess better rolls on this, or like better rolls on a bone blade would be better as well, right? So you could also like farm random places where you get this weapon, or like mountain deeps. Get like a better bone blade. Those are possibilities as well. But I mean, this one is already like Shamans of Insanity, right? Which is, I mean, Shaman's prefix could obviously be a better one instead, but like of Insanity is pretty insane already. I don't know, which other items are there even, like... What is Madly using on his Conjurer, for example? He was playing like a offhand Conjurer as well, right? What is he using in his main hand? Fang of Chthon, maybe? No, he was using the pistol, right? The pistol is pretty good as well. I actually was using the pistol before I switched over to the scepter, right? And I'm actually not sure, but I mean, Madly is not using this because it's a green, right? That's why he's not using this. But I think this should be better than the pistol. Not quite sure. More ghouls mortality. I was using that for a pretty long time as well because I found it like randomly while leveling at like level 85 or something like that. It's like a level 84 pistol. More ghouls mortality. But I mean, Morgul's mortality might be like potentially harder to get than the Raven Cole's weapon, right? Because Morgul's mortality is a random drop and Raven Cole's weapon is not. So yeah. I mean, the chance to get like the Raven Cole's weapon is like what, 4.3%? So like on average at level 100 that is like 24, 25 runs, right? That's probably usually faster than getting Morgul's mortality, to be honest. Got a Zephyrus guy here as well. I'm gonna kill this guy ASAP, right? Or at least dodge this, which I didn't. That sucks. The one good thing about Morgul's mortality though is that it is a pistol, and because it is a pistol it makes it like way easier for you to apply savagery stacks than with like a scepter or like any two-hander, right? That is like a big bonus of the pistol. Because ideally you do want to like apply your savagery stacks all the time, obviously, to like get that sweet OA, DA and slow rest. Fang of Chthon and Skull of Golamash. Oh, did he switch over to Fang of Chthon now instead of the pistol? Interesting. I mean, yeah, Fang of Chthon is really good as well. Fang of Chthon, just Morgul's mortality, the scepter here, Bone Blade, and the Decree of Mammoth. Like, all of those are really good. And for offhand, I mean, the shield, right? The Halanx's Head is really good as well. Yeah, Skull of Golamash is really good as well. I would probably use Golamash instead of this if I found it, but I didn't find it so far. Right? Still using my Stonehide of Protection Shield instead, which is arguably tankier than Golamash anyways, so. I should speed this up, right? I'm doing this like way too slow. Should just skip all the elites as well, maybe. I kind of don't want to skip elites though, because like elites might drop me like a skull of Gulamash, right? Still no Nightbringer, right? No, this is not the Nightbringer. Aether guy, he's whatever. What are elites? Yeah, I mean hero mobs, you know. That's what I mean when I say elites. Okay. Why am I always porting to steel cap if I will need to put like port to crown hill instead, obviously. At least this place has some pretty good music. Not like the dungeon, which has like no music whatsoever for some reason. I don't know. They should have put music into that dungeon. And that's good. You guys can also like listen to your own music whenever I don't have music on, right? That's you can enjoy that moment of no worker Seduchka or other meme songs, right? And there's Raven, there he is. Right. Pornhub is your music. Interesting. By the way, if you find a Ring of Basti, right? We're gonna use it instead of the Signal of the Fallen, I guess, right? Or maybe instead of Morgnath, not sure. Instead of the Prime Ring. I mean, the Seed of the Fallen, or Signet of the Fallen, actually, is... It's not even, like, honestly, it's not even that good, right? It's like, okay. Because it sorry, because it does have the 15% with RR. That is pretty huge. goals Iker. Wait, what is that? What? Oh, this ring here. Acid pet ring. Interesting. Be gone! Keeper of the seal. Welcome to my dungeon, Grimgachi. Not scales up there enough from this. Alright. That's a really good belt. For Inquisitors at least. Hey Stone Alive and Khalifan, how you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. What am I looking for? Ideally, I mean, I'm kind of farming for the Nightbringer right now. There's no like ideal scenario here except for me getting the Nightbringer. And I mean, ideally, on top of that, I would also get like a Ring of Basti. Or Basti, however you say that guy's ring, right? So I'm basically farming for, yeah, like the one ring, and also for the Nightbringer. I will probably only stop once I have the Nightbringer, which, if my math, or like if I remember correctly about Malavigland's math, then it's like, I don't know, 260 runs to have like 99% chance to get at least one, or like a 50 run average to get one, right, at 2% drop chance. So let's hope that we are gonna not need more than 50 rounds here, right? I mean, I'm like at, I don't know, what, 5 rounds now today? I don't even know. Not that many so far. And also we got Conjurer and Anubar, so these are not gonna give me the Buster Ring, obviously. You have dropped one doing hardcore? Oh, you have dropped doing hardcore. Yeah, I mean, whatever you feel like playing more, right? I don't want to like make anybody have to feel like have to play the game mode that they shouldn't enjoy, right? That they don't enjoy. No, I mean, hardcore can be very time consuming and also frustrating sometimes. I can totally understand that. And yeah, you do have to be alert. I mean, you can chill when you know that you can chill, but you have to be like super alert when you know that you have to like be super alert, right? And for that you have to kind of know the game pretty well already. So, yeah. My problem is that you have to not be shit to play hardcore. I mean, yeah, that's basically what I just said, right? You have to like know which skills to like dodge, or like when to like be alert, when to have like And it, like, even if you know like what to look out for, you have to still have like at least decent reflexes, with like, I don't know, your clusters or your panic buttons, etc. Right? Or your defensive ports, right? Stuff like that. And I mean, even I die like way too much, right? I wouldn't say I'm like the best pilot ever though. Like, my piloting skills are, I would say, decent, but not like as good as other people's. So, like, other people might be able to play some builds I'm not even like able to play at all because my reflexes are like too bad. Calling it piloting? I mean, whatever. What else would you would like call it then? I mean, you're playing a build and you have to like be the pilot to pilot the build, right? I think that's a. What else do you want to like call it? Like the driver? The operator? My operating skills? Playing? I mean, playing is more than just operating though, or like, it's more than piloting only. You can pilot a plane. And play a game. Yeah, but like, to play a game means like lots of stuff, right? Like, I would also like consider playing this game being like just farming, or I don't know, like just thinking about like which items are good, etc. Like, all of that is playing the game, right? Plays the build well. I mean, yeah, that is perfectly understandable. That's true. Pilot your penis during sex. I mean, why not, right? Just get like a pilot's cap, right? And then you're the pilot. That would be actually kind of funny. The cockpit joke. Indeed, yeah. The pilot in the cockpit. Wait, maybe she's the pilot then, right? The pilot is in the cockpit. I don't know. That's weird. Let me see. I mean, whoever you would like to have sex with, I guess. The person on the receiving end. person or animal on the receiving end, whatever. Yeah, like, I mean, I don't judge you. I mean, poor animal, but well, indeed, yeah, they are animals as well. So yeah, like whichever animal partner with like, whichever animal partner is on the receiving end, then whatever. $61 viewers, nice. Nice. Nice indeed. Yeah, I appreciate all of you guys lurking around here as well. Watching me farm this Morganath dungeon is not the most exciting stuff ever. So yeah, I do appreciate you guys sticking around. I always seem to get the totem in this place, right? What the hell? This is some weird RNG. MHW. What is MHW? Monster Hunter World, I guess? Yeah, I guess. Alright.
Well met.
Yo, you are Gus. Thanks for the follow. Welcome in. This is the Conjurer that beat Ravager, right? It's not the same one. It's like kinda the solo cell phone / beginner remake. This will ideally end up being that Conjurer that also beat Ravager. So ideally, once I have like the Nightbringer, for example, I do wanna show people how to like also like kill Ravager solo cell phone as well, right? And Mojogan as well, and potentially even Ravage. I mean Kalagadra, or like the creative entertainment boss. We'll see. I might just like die to Kalagadra again, though. we are gonna see. But yeah, that's basically this Conjurer. It's just like this time like a solo self-hunt, so not using like any items from a stash in this character. It's like a from scratch, 0 to hero, whatever you want to call it, character, right? I mean, if this wasn't like solo self-found, then I would obviously just take an Outbringer from my stash. I have like 2 in my stash right now, I think. But yeah, I wanna stay
Well
true
met.
to the sort of Sapphire character here. So, gonna farm it until we get it. Also, Sacred Goose, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. The Sacred Goose, yeah. Are you a silly goose as well? Or are you... I mean, you're the Sacred Goose, so you're probably not the silly goose, right? Wait, what are these doing down there? Oh, okay, that's actually fine. Up there. But yeah, skipping this part here, like the death room, makes the run kind of fast already. Like fast, like way faster, and also like smoother and less how to say, like less scary, right? No Nightbringer, Baby Rage. This is Orisa, right? Orisa's bleed, which means I actually do have not the best bleed restaurant. I mean, who needs bleed restaurant? Omega though? When you have lots of leech anyway. Like, I'm still dying because of physical hits, not because of bleeding hits, right? The blue weapon, I mean... And it low rolled on conversion. The blue red weapon is like almost usable, right? If I at least had like good conversion roll. Huh. It's kinda hard to say actually. Death Room does have one exclusive loot. Death Room has the chests of the Morganeth set. But I mean, on this character, I'm not gonna care about that set at all, so I'm just gonna skip it. Why does it have to be the low roll, man? Also, I need what spirit for this? Yeah, right. I mean, this thing is not bad either, though, right? Like. I could try either of these as well. Found a spark thrower with 44% attack speed. Nice, that's pretty good. But plus 3-second duration to Devouring Swarm is actually, and to Blooded Fox is pretty nice against bosses actually. It's also like 20% CDR almost. Like the Wrath low rolled on like everything, right? It low rolled on conversion, it low rolled on CDR.
See anything you like?
I mean, if you find the blue weapon and you don't have like better
Put it to
stuff,
good use.
just use it, right? The blue weapon is not bad at all. It's just not
Got something you need stashed?
really good enough, kinda. How did I not find a mythical pair of pants here yet? That's really kinda crazy, actually. I even found like Morganath leg plates, Morganath shoulders, Morganath head, right? But I didn't find these bone reef leggings yet. Oh well.
Keep an eye on this. Come see what's left of my wares. Put it to good use.
Let's try again for the Scepter and the Nightbringer. I'm probably gonna do like one last run here today. And then do some other stuff. You just got tied, take away 1 out of 3 chili strength and you can't eat it? Damn. Feels bad, man. What do you mean no last epoch? What do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, I'm not playing it right now, obviously. But yeah, Thai food is scary, man. Like when I write Thai food, I also like try to get the mildest as possible, like at the mildest version. I mean, I do like spicy food or like hot food when it has like as long as I still can like taste all the other spices, right? But some Thai food is way too hot, like it's crazy. But yeah, like 1 out of 3 should usually be fine, I guess. I don't know. Maybe the guy making the food was like, okay, this guy just gonna decide for this guy that he likes 3 out of 3 instead of 1 out of 3. Maybe they messed it up. Alright, we got 2 blue ones. We got 1 blue Scepter of Mammoth, and we got 1 blue Nightbringer, aka Morganath's Wrath, right? This blue one is kinda garbage though, right? This is just bad. At least for us. I mean, it's fine when you're playing a Necromancer, I guess. Until you have, like, better items, but on a Conjurer it's just garbage. Yeah, that's true. Like, what we consider spicy, they consider it to be a joke. Exactly. I guess next episode I'm just gonna farm Morganath, right? It's gonna be very exciting again. Unless I somehow get it on this run. Yo, Jester, how are you, man? I mean, I don't know your real name, or like, I don't know what you're doing in real life. But I do remember you being here in chat once, or twice, or like more than that actually. Quite a lot actually. How are you, man? When will Beginner end? Part 295? I don't know, man. Beginner will probably end when this character is either dead or he killed all the bosses, right? Which means even Creative Entertainment and Kalagada. Back again, voting for last Epoch. Engineer, how are you, man? Welcome back. Yeah, we're gonna play Epoch soon, TM. Like after this round, kinda. Thank you for the bits, man. Very much appreciated. The thing is, today's not gonna be my first time ever that I've played the game. I did play it a little bit off stream already to like test the waters and also like to test how.
That's locked.
I'm out of keys actually. What the fuck? To like test the waters and to like test whether or not I'm actually like able to stream it. And I think I should be able to stream it. It's hopefully also gonna be better than Wilson. But I'm like not 100%. Like it might still actually be like not that good. We'll see. And then I played a little bit more. Like my highest character is already like level 38. Because the game, I mean, it's obviously not finished, and it's, I mean, not as good as Grim Dawn is right now, but it's obviously not that terrible. So I did play a little bit more than expected. So I'm probably just gonna like ask you guys what you guys wanna see, right? Like, I could just start a new fresh character, play something that I haven't played yet, or I can also show you the character that I've already made, right? LE will make Rectus quit Grim Dawn? I don't think so. Not like this year probably, though. I mean, yeah, it can't be as bad as Wilson, that's true as well. And also, like, Last Epoch is not gonna come out before, like, end of this year or something, right? It said, like, I mean, they had, like, a release date of, like, April, end of April or something like that. But they already postponed that in December to, like, fourth quarter of 2020, right? And yeah, I'm guessing it's, like, a December release or something like that, right? So until then, I'm not gonna play it lots, because endgame is kinda limited, I guess, and it's kinda always the same stuff, I guess. But I mean, we're gonna see. Yeah, right, I mean, at least they're not like pushing it out like Wilson. Like, Wilson needed like another year to be finished as well, but they still try to set it as a finished product. Which, yeah, I'm still kinda salty about. And like everybody was and should be salty about it, actually. Like, whenever they do the first season, right, and Wilson, that could be maybe like another restart for them, like another like actual release. But I don't know, we'll see. Morganath's boots as well. Yeah, we got like boots, pants, gloves, helmet. Only missing shoulders and chests of this little cell phone guy, right? But I mean, I don't even want the full set or like these items either. I just want the rings and the Nightbringer. So yeah, I should like skip the trash here, what am I doing? Wait, when did I say that Last Epoch is gonna be free? Did I say that? We got boss here, yeah. This guy needs to drop his ring, right? This guy needs to drop the ring, right? And he didn't drop it. Oh well. Better luck next time.
I can't open that.
Mythical Leviathan. That's. They did on 2K17. Alright. I don't actually care about. Like, for me personally, it doesn't matter if a game is like buy to play or free to play that much. What matters to me is that it's like a good game or a bad game. Like, if it's a good game, then I will be fine with like paying for it, and if it's a bad game, then I won't, right? This is not Last Epoch yet, obviously. I didn't have it in development when they said it. Yeah, I mean, for me that's like whatever. I don't care about that. Like, as long as they don't sell power, right? Like, selling power is, except for maybe stash tabs, is always kind of scammy, right? What the? Alright, these guys are actually smacking hard. Shut up a bit. Yo, shut out, sign of hunger. What kind of computer do I have? Which graphic card? My computer is pretty trash. I mean, it's not trash, but I mean, it can obviously run Grim Dawn and stream at the same time. But Grim Dawn is pretty well optimized, I would say, especially like after they introduced deferred rendering and stuff like that, right? It runs pretty smooth for me. Do you want to try Forge Guard? I haven't played any Sentinel yet, so... I mean, I have a Intel i5-4440 processor and a R9 280X graphics card, so a little dated. But I mean, it's fine for Grim Dawn, right? I'm not getting this Borg enough Nightbringer today, which is fine. We can always do that on another episode, right? Yeah, that seems good. I mean, my computer does run all games as well, but like running a game and streaming at the same time is like another, it's like a different thing, right? Anyways, that's gonna be it for today for this episode 15 of the Still Stuff on Beginner Conjurer.
Give you a good price on what I've got left.
Thank you so much everybody for watching, and I hope to see you again on the next episode as well. Actually, we got a double rare Redeemer dagger here. What's this? Witch Hunters of Solaris Menace. Huh. Shadow Strike. Interesting. And it's still kind of trash, right? Not sure.
See you around.
I'll keep your stash safe.
Alright, yeah, see you around.